Hey guys, this is Garrett here with the Career Crate and Resume Box. You're probably here because you bought this resume on Etsy, but if you found your way here on YouTube, feel free to follow the link below and get your copy of this template for $7.95. You'll be able to figure out how to make it yourself by watching this tutorial more than likely, but I'm telling you $7.95 is well worth the time that you'll save by using the pre-made template. There are two things that I want to talk about before we get started. One is I'm having issues with background noise because I'm switching to a new recording program and I live close to the road. The new recording program doesn't have a very good noise reduction feature, and I've yet to figure out how to get the noise from the road to go away. And so I'm recording at nighttime when the traffic is lighter. And other than that, you may notice that there are diamonds here. So there's diamonds right here. That's what's used in this template. And this may not be the template that you bought, and this may not be the template that's on the thumbnail on YouTube, but this is part of a collection where I create the same resume using a slightly different design. And there are 4 of them. They use 4 different shapes. This is one of them, and the other 3 work exactly the same way. So everything I do here in this tutorial is going to be able to translate over to what you're doing in your tutorial. So with that introduction, let's begin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to put together and how to make any changes that you want, and it's all based on 4 components of this thing, really. So and at the end of the 4 components, if you're having trouble getting this thing to do what you want it to do, just please shoot me an email or a message on Etsy, and I'll help you within 24 hours. That's my goal, and that's what I try to stick to. We may not have a resolution in 24 hours, but we'll be well on our way. And if things get really bad, if we still just can't figure something out through email, we can get on a Zoom call or a Teams call, and we can figure it out together. I have no problem at all taking the time to do that for you. So we have 4 components. We have text boxes. We have the lettering, which is the fonts, colors, and the text spacing. We have the resume icons, and we have the outline triangles. Those are our 4 components that we really need to understand so that we can change this resume the way that we want to. So to start with text boxes, everything is in a text box. So this is in a text box, and this, all the work experience, skills, education, references. Both of these, they're all in their own individual text box, and what that does is it allows you to move them independently. So I can move this anywhere I want to. I can put it right there, but we don't want it there. I have them spaced out and placed in the place that I think is about the right place. You may think differently. You may want them to be closer to the line, and that's okay. This is your resume. So the only one that's different is this one. And what it is it's several text boxes that are grouped together. So if you want to move the entire thing, you can pick the big text box and move it. If you want to move just the words, you can choose the smaller text box and move that independently. Or if you want to just check or choose the icons, you can move the icons independently as well. So, and that takes care of the text boxes. The next thing is fonts and colors. So if we select this up here, it's going to tell us what font we're in, what size the font is, what color it is. It's currently this dark gray color. It can be changed to any color that you want it to. Even down here, you can do custom colors if you'd like. This blue is actually a custom color, and you're not going to be able to find it. So if you want to add blue somewhere else, this is the way you get it to the template. Let's select this. We're going to go down here to more colors, and you see now it's automatically selected. We're not going to change anything. We're going to hit OK. Now that blue is part of our palette down in recent colors, and you can use it anywhere and it's going to match. So other than that, we can change the fonts. So actually it's going to work better. Let's choose this. We can change the font to anything we like. We can change the size to anything we like. If you go too large, it's going to not fit in the text box. You're going to have to change the size of the text box, which is easy to do. And now the last part of this is going to be the text spacing. So here, the text spacing is normal. The letters sit right beside each other. But here and on the titles and the names, the text spacing is expanded. So let me show you what that means. So if we go to the little arrow on font and go to advanced, you'll notice that the spacing is extended by 6 points. So if we go back down, and if we change this to 0 points, it brings everything back together. And I don't like the way that looks. You might, I think it really depends on your name, how long your name is. You might want to change this to optimize it once you actually put your information in here. So let's just go back so that that's changed back. And that's pretty much all there is to the fonts, colors, or text spacing. Everything is really simple. I tried to design this in a way that works very easily. Next is the SVG icons, and we'll use this one as an example because it's lower and it won't get in the way. So with SVG icon, first thing to notice is its size. Right here it's 0.28 inches by 0.28 inches. I've included a resume icon pack, and if you decide that you want one of the other icons for either phone, email, location, LinkedIn, whatever it may be, social media, whatever it may be, when you import it in, you're going to try to put it in the same spot, but whenever it imports in, it's going to be like an inch. So the first thing you're going to have to do is resize it to 0.28 or 0.3, somewhere in the ballpark, whatever makes you happy, whatever sizing you actually like. It might not be the same as mine, but it's going to be, small enough to fit on the page at least. Now, as far as their color, there's graphics fill and there's graphics outline. So if we go to graphics fill, it fills in the whole thing. If you choose black, you end up with a black dot. It's pretty much a useless function. But if we go to graphics outline, we can change the color of the thing however you want to. And in my case, we're going to keep it the same custom blue color. So that's it for the resume icons. Next is the outline rectangle. So each of these lines is created by a rectangle with a colored outline. So you can select those. The ones on the right are easy to select by clicking the top of them, and it selects the entire rectangle. And the ones on the left side are selected by clicking on the left side. That's the best way to get to those. Now you can go to shape format, you can change their outline color, you can change the shape fill. You don't even have to have a white resume if you don't want. You can change these things. So if we change shape fill, ooh, that doesn't look very good. Let's don't change shape fill. But if you want to change shape outline, you can. If you want it to be green, it can be green. So all of that's changeable, and even their position with each other and their size is changeable. So let's go through an example here to show you how to change this up. Let's say you only want to do 2 references and you want to expand extras, right? So let's get rid of 1 reference and let's bring this text box up to match its new size. Now let's bring the rectangle up to also match, right? And we're going to bring this text box up to match. And it gives us more space for extras. So we can add in extra. There's a template. If you use the 3-page version of the resume, you can go into the extra section and there's a more elaborate, it's been put together more elaborately. So it actually gives you like memberships with a place to put organization and date and position and all of that stuff. And you can go in and copy and paste that in if that's what you'd like to do. And that's all your choice. Here's the big thing here. Now that we've done this, the diamond no longer sits in the spot that it's supposed to. So we're going to have to move it. So we'll drag it up here, get it pretty close. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect, because to get it perfect, what we're going to do is we're going to go down here and we're going to zoom in all the way. Okay, come on. Okay, we're going to zoom all the way in. And then we're going to align it. And that needs to be moved just a little bit. Zoom in a little more. Alright. This can get a little tricky sometimes, guys. I've had several issues with it. But if you play with it just long enough, you'll get it to work. Alright, let's zoom back out to 100, take a look at that. looks perfectly fine. We know by zooming in that it's not perfect, but at 100%, you can't tell. A printer's going to print it out perfectly. Someone that looks at this as a PDF or a Word document it's going to look perfect. Everything's going to be okay. So, and with that, that is pretty much everything that we need to know to change all of the components of this resume. So I'd like to take a moment, or like to ask you to take a moment to like and subscribe. That way you can get new updates on my new products. I have digital planners, business creation paperwork, other forms coming out. Anything to help you with your career or business, I will be making that in the future. And in that way you're going to be able to keep up to date. And it will also help help the algorithm and let others find my products, and maybe my products can help someone else. And thank you for your support. And if you have any issues, please feel free to send me a message and I'll help you out. Have a great day. The best of luck on your career journey and on your job search. And I hope you get the job of your dreams. All right, thank you guys. Bye.